There's an overwhelming amount of financial advice in the news and on social media. Who do you listen to? Are they looking out for what's best for you? How do you tune out the noise? In this podcast, trusted advisors Emily Agosto, CPA, and Amanda Vaught, JD, bring their extensive education and experience to delve into all aspects of personal finance. Emily and Amanda make topics like investing, taxes, and financial planning interesting and accessible. And they provide a framework to help you think through the plethora of financial advice and news out there. Are you ready to start making the best personal financial decisions for you? Welcome to Connecting the Dollars with Propel Financial Advisors.
Hello, Amanda.
Hey, Emily. How's it going?
Going well. How are you?
Good. I just have a touch of a summer cold here, so excuse my nasally voice.
It looks like you're somewhere different today.
Yeah, we're on out visiting grandma.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have a change of pace.
Yeah, one late summer change of scenery, I guess.
I know, right? In August, it's time to go somewhere. And then we were talking, it's also time to go see some of these summer blockbusters that are out. And I know you just saw the Barbie movie, which I haven't seen. And I just saw Mission Impossible, which you haven't seen.
Right.
But they both had some different financial things mixed in that we thought could make for a fun topic of conversation today.
Yeah, and before we get into that, I don't know about you, but I have been getting like 8 to 10 spam calls a day. And like your phone will tell you like a spam risk. So I've read that you should just not answer them because then your number will be marked not good. But I don't know how to stop it. It's crazy.
I do. I still get them like a couple a day. I was getting like 10 or 15 a day, and I did the block caller on iPhone. I don't know if Android lets you do that, but that seems to help a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like it's different numbers all the time, but
but it almost makes your phone like unusable when you're getting
it's terrible.
Yeah, it's awful.
I hate it. But we've been hearing
I mean, that's like email too. Like all the spam that comes in makes email just exhausting. And now like people have switched to more texting, and now the spam text thing is that's what I'm starting to see a lot more of.
Like your UPS package is delayed, click here.
Oh, okay.
Don't click here. Anyway, so we've been thinking about that, about different scams and like grifts, I guess is the word we were using. And Danielle recently, our coworker Danielle Woods at Propel, she had her credit card stolen, or like she had the physical credit card, but her credit card got compromised, and that can always happen. But it just kind of brought security and like being aware of these type of things to the top of our minds. So, I mean, there's not much you can do to like get these people to not target you, but you can at least make sure you have your strong passwords. Try doing blocking calls as much as possible, not clicking on things until you actually research, or like, do I actually have a UPS package coming? I mean, I don't know. Just like Google, does UPS text you? Simple things like that. I don't know. That might seem a little overkill, but like I was saying.
It's like a constant onslaught of this kind of stuff. Can wear you down. But also just, checking your bank statements and credit card statements. It's easy to just let that slide, when you get busy. But, as things pop up on there, you're like, that can be like an early warning that somebody has taken over one of your accounts or an identity or that type of thing. So
so just your I don't know, summer reminder.
Yes, there you go. There you go.
All right, so speaking of going back to the movie blockbusters, what do you want to start with, Barbie or Mission Impossible?
Oh, well, I think maybe Mission Impossible. I don't, because the financial issues were that big in it, but what I noticed was that they were using cryptocurrency as a form of payment for their illegal activities. And it's just, I know the crypto thing has died down a lot, but it's still definitely out there.
Yeah.
And, criminal activity remains the number one use case for crypto. And it's not as glamorous, I don't think, as they show in the movies, it's not some like hot blonde lady getting her crypto payment, that's it's a lot more gruesome than that. And I don't want to joke about it because it's maybe you've seen in the news a number of these crypto grifter people have turned up dead recently. I think, I've seen like at least 5 different crypto billionaires. It's awful. Like, but that's who you're dealing with in the world of crypto, is a lot of criminals. And so if you're going to double cross them, there's awful consequences to that. It's not like a joke,
Yeah.
And if you're investing in crypto and putting your money into it, I mean, that's what you're contributing to, is this kind of, criminal behavior. So I don't know. I just think it's sort of gross, but
I was surprised how many of those stories were out there.
Yeah, it's really like, and I don't like trade in conspiracy theories, because obviously, like, who knows, like, I guess it could be coincidence, but it just seems like, why get involved with that kind of stuff? I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
For our take on crypto that we recorded, must have been sometime last year or even before that. But we'll
yeah.
link to that in the show notes. Just kind of if you are curious about how it works, or, what we thought
Oh
about.
yeah, we did a deeper dive. I would say in general, we recommend against investing in crypto, but I think that's fair to say, right, Emily? I don't know.
Yeah, I think we can say that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So in the Barbie movie, I just saw it last night, and the topic is not like, the whole point of the movie is nothing about finance really, but it just comes up that the creator of Barbie had some IRS issues. So I was curious, of course, as a tax person, to look up what exactly the issue was. And I haven't done too deep of a dive yet, but the creator, Ruth Handler, I believe is her name, at one point it was like around 1971, she was the CEO of Mattel, or she and someone else at Mattel were like potentially overstating their income as a means to help the share price increase. At least that's what it sounded like upon my research. And so in the end, she was fined by the SEC about $57 million. She was sentenced to some jail time, but I believe they switched it out to community service. So I thought that was sort of interesting. And I don't know. It seems like something that probably comes
It's
up
like
a
white
lot.
collar crime,
Yeah.
right? And
It's nothing new. I mean, they were like joking about it essentially in the movie.
yeah,
So,
because I don't think our culture takes white collar crime as seriously as maybe it should, right?
absolutely not. Yeah.
I mean, they glamorize it, and you get a movie made out of it. So
Yeah. Both situations in both movies, it's absolutely glamorized to do this criminal activity that's like could be really affecting people's lives.
yeah. I mean, I get, like, it's pop culture. I mean,
Yeah.
we
It's
don't have
supposed
to
to be fun.
yeah, it is what it is, but still, it's good to take a step back and think about it, like, oh, is this really something I want to emulate? Oh, well, probably not,
I wonder if most people even like thought about that when they've seen either movies, like we thought about it. Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, I love that's our movie reviews, right?
Yeah.
We just talk about the finances. It's like, oh, okay. I think you missed the point of the movie.
Yeah.
But I did like Mission Impossible. I know, Tom Cruise makes good action movie, no
Mhm.
matter what his other issues may be,
Yeah, true.
So,
All right. What else do we have today? We have a listener.
oh yeah, we have a listener question we were going to get to.
It is, so I bought a stock and it went down and I'm sad and upset about it. So what should I do? Kind of a general question, but there's
Hmm.
definitely some things we can talk about here.
Yeah, yeah. So I think we I think that they didn't say like how much it went down, but I think maybe that's not so relevant.
Mhm.
I mean, it is relevant maybe, but what I hear in the question is the emotional reaction to the event. Like,
Mhm.
I feel bad about it or sad about it. And I think in investing, recognizing that emotions come up when we're investing is a normal and regular thing that happens, and just recognizing that it is happening is the first step
Yeah.
to help you with your decision making. Because if you're trying to make a decision about what to do based on those emotions, that's when you can get led astray.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, but it depends on a lot of things, like how much is in it, as you said, like how long have you had it, and
yeah,
like jumping to
yeah.
sell it right away may not be the right choice, even if the
Mhm.
stock has gone down.
Yeah. And I think the decision to buy something is a lot different than decision of when to sell something, and different things should factor into each of those. But we do think, I mean, in general, we can say we like dollar cost averaging as a strategy when
Mhm.
buying into the stock market. So once a month buying something, because prices of stocks or bonds go up and down and they're volatile. And so if you buy some once a month or whatever the time period is, you'll average into the stock. So there's a lot of different studies that show that's one of the ways to get the best price
Yeah.
to begin with. Um,
Yeah, so if you buy everything on the highest day and then, or if you buy half, let's say, on the highest day and half on the lowest day, then you have the price, your cost basis is that price in the middle, which is,
yeah, yeah. And I think like the math works for that, but I think the other thing that works for that is the emotions,
Mhm.
because you can look, oh, I bought it this day, it's up this percent. I bought it this day, it's down this percent. And seeing that little bit of up can take the edge off the part that's seeing it's down. If you see only the down, you're gonna have more emotions about it, which is gonna lead to potentially poor decision making.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I was just gonna say one other thing is that if you are buying into the stock market and you're noticing those types of feelings like, oh, I feel bad that I did this, I made a mistake, you want to keep a log.
Yeah.
I bought it this day, it went down, I'm feeling this way, because chances are there's something else that you might have bought that is up. And write those down too.
Mhm.
And then you can track, how these purchasing decisions are impacting your feelings, because people have a tendency to focus more on the negative
Yeah.
returns and think that they're making mistakes instead of focusing on the things that are working.
Yeah.
Um,
It's that whole idea of like people will only write negative reviews like on Yelp or something if they had a bad experience, but no one writes positive reviews when they have a good experience. So yeah, it
mhm.
definitely comes down to emotion, and it's really interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Um, And then when you're deciding whether to sell something, there's different factors that can come into it. One is taxes. Maybe if it's in a taxable investment account, you can
Mhm.
consider long-term versus short-term gains and what kind of impact that would have. Um, as far as investment decisions, you can think, would I buy more of the stock today? And if the answer is no, that can be a sign it might be time to sell. Um, And then also, obviously I'm biased as a financial advisor, but working with a financial advisor is always a good person to ask for a professional opinion, and get a third party input. I do know a lot of people like to ask like a friend, a trusted relative about their investments, which is fine, but also recognize that they probably know about as much as you do about investments, right? There is some.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, people who are professionals and do this all the time and have the experience are gonna have a different depth of knowledge than just like a friend.
Yeah. And if this is really keeping you up at night and you're someone who is very nervous about the stock market or nervous about making a wrong choice or the right choice, like that is definitely a sign you may want to hire an investment advisor, a third party, so that you don't have to think about it all the time. You don't have to like keep it on your mind and be stressed out about it.
Yeah.
You might feel a lot more comfortable running things by a trusted professional.
Yeah. I found that recently I hired a running coach to help me with my running, and just the mental load that has taken off of me is just amazing. I love it so much. Like, I don't have to think about, should I run today? How far should I run today? Should I do interval training or should I do a slow run? Or, it's like, oh, you're telling me what to do. This is great. I don't have to think about it. I just do what you say. It's just so much easier. And yes, it does cost more money than doing it myself, but what is your time worth and what is your stress level worth, is definitely a factor, I think. So
absolutely. That was a great list, I think, of things you can think about before you sell something or jump into purchasing or selling something. Yeah, I guess those were our movie reviews and our
yeah, I know. We would love to hear. We haven't seen, I know there's other movies out that we haven't seen, but if somebody has seen a movie and there was some financial issue that came up that you're curious about, like, please reach out and leave us a comment, because we like to check those things out.
Absolutely. Alrighty. And let us know if you were also concerned about the tax evasion in the Barbie movie, or if you were curious about it. All right. I think that'll do it. We're rounding out the summer here, and so we'll be back for back to school time.
Yeah, right? Okay. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
That will do it for this episode of Connecting the Dollars. Nothing discussed in this episode should be considered legal, financial, or tax advice. If you like what you heard, please subscribe for more at Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your content. When you do, please give us a rating and a review. To see the links we mentioned in our show, along with other great Propel Financial Advisors content, go to connectingthedollars.com. You can find our past episodes there and subscribe to our newsletter. And if you're still here because you have a general question, you can email us directly at info@connectingthedollars.com. Or if you're interested in working with us, click the Schedule a Consultation button on our website. Thank you for listening.